Hey y'all, this is Cherry Jewel again, and I'm back for part 2 of my summer tips. Summer tips! Dun dun dun! Part 2. So, I'm wearing my next tip. This is a polyfiber head wrap that I use when I get out of the shower. I have hair down to my butt, and it's very thick. And so anything that I can do to help my hair dry a little quicker, I'm going to embrace. And this is a very, very, very good thing to use. It's polyfiber, and I don't know how, I don't know why, but somehow it sucks in like almost all the moisture from my hair, the extra moisture from being wet, from washing it. And it's really neat because all you do, it's not a towel, it's a head wrap. And what you do is you basically just flip your head over and wrap your hair up in the wrap. And then it has a little elastic band, and on the back it has a button. I hope you guys can see that. And the elastic just goes around the button and stays in place. And that's how it works. So I would suggest that you use this because, as we all know, in the summer the sun tends to dry out our hair. It's also important to wear some kind of SPF on your head as well, on your hair. We can talk about that later. But anything that you can do to make sure that you minimize the amount of heat you use on your hair by blow drying is something that you definitely want to try to embrace for the summer. And this is a very, very good thing to use because, you know, it basically just soaks in all the excess moisture. And what I do is I just wear it. I wear it to put on my makeup. I wear it while I get my clothes on. I do, and my hair is usually the last thing that I do before I leave the house. And so I just leave it on until I'm ready to blow dry my hair, and then it literally takes me 5 minutes to blow dry this hair. 5 minutes. And that is partly because of this, and partly because also, and this is my next tip, I use a very high quality blow dryer. And that's really important. You want to get a blow dryer that is a nice high wattage, because it's basically going to put out more. It's not going to put out a really low amount, making you have to spend 30 minutes drying your hair. Whenever you have a higher wattage and it's a professional grade blow dryer, you're basically giving your hair less heat, which is the best thing that you can do for summer for your hair. Less heat. If you can let your hair air dry, that's even better. And I'll also tell you, when I wear this for I don't know, maybe 45 minutes after I wash my hair, even air drying only takes, I don't know, maybe an hour for my hair to completely dry. And I'm telling you, there are times when if I put my hair up after I've washed it, which this is not something that you're supposed to do, but if I put my hair up after I've washed it, I can go all day long and into the night, and sometimes even into the next day, and my hair is still wet. That's how much hair I've got. So this thing is powerful. Very, very powerful. Big bang for your buck. And just remember that it's polyfiber. That's the most important thing to remember about it. Also, one other little cute thing about this is that it has another elastic band on the other end. This is the elastic on this end, and the button is on this end. It's got to be on the opposite end of the smaller band. But this is for hanging it up on, and I hang it on my doorknob of my bathroom. And so I just take it off my door whenever I'm ready to take my shower, and I lay this along with my towel on my toilet seat, and it's all ready for me whenever I get out of the shower. The other thing, oh, I forgot to mention in regards to exfoliating and moisturizing and washing your face, I really like this little face brush. I just recently got it from Sally's, and I just really, I really like it a lot. I used to use a Buff Puff, which I know is really bad for your face, because it's the same principle as what I was talking about before in regards to that heavy grit. The Buff Puff is basically the same thing. It's not good for your face. So this is nice and soft, but at the same time it has a really good, I don't know, the bristles just really help to exfoliate and cleanse my skin, and it feels really good. Okay, back to the hair. Oh, this stuff, Fortatherapy by Matrix. It's Biolage Fortatherapy, and I don't think you can see that. It's a really small bottle, and this is basically what, if I were to go to, I got this from my hairdresser actually, and if I were to go to her for a deep conditioning, this is what she would use on my hair. I would recommend this stuff for anyone. You can get it at Sally's Beauty Supply. It's a little bit expensive, but it's worth it, because, you know, if you have a lot of flyaways, or if you have colored or permed hair, this is going to be some really good stuff for you. Okay, sorry, I had dogs barking and someone was here. So, another thing that you want to remember whenever you're going to your hair appointments, don't wash your hair before you go to get your hair done. Because first of all, whenever, like, if you need to go and get your hair styled, especially, the oil that, you know, the oil that's in your hair, especially if you have to have an updo, like for a wedding or something like that, or for prom, make sure that you don't wash your hair before you go there, because that oil, if you have nice clean hair that is, you know, is basically been stripped of those oils, your hair is not going to stay in an updo very well, and you're going to have to use a lot of styling products in order to get that updo to stay. Okay, and the very last thing that I have been doing for years and years, I used to be a cheerleader whenever I was in high school, and one of the things that we really had to concentrate on was staying hydrated, because I would literally pass out if I didn't stay hydrated. When I was in high school, I actually got sick, and I went to the doctor, and the only thing that he could find wrong with me was that I was dehydrated. So make sure that you drink lots and lots of water. And one way that you can make sure that you get in a really good amount of water intake every day is to get a really nice big mug. This particular mug it can be filled with 64 ounces, which is 8 8-ounce glasses, which is what you're supposed to have of water every day. And what I do is I fill this with ice, and I fill it all the way to the top with ice, fill it with water, and that way I have more than 64 ounces because I've got all my ice melting in there all day long. It's always cold, and I just set it on my desk and sip on it all throughout the day, and that keeps me hydrated. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my tips, and I'm running out of time. So thanks for watching. Bye.